Today I didn't trade. Today I had things I had to do, and time didn't allow me to do any trading. The morning was extremely choppy for me to get into anything, so I just kind of watched it. And through the day, what I did was I kind of just set my parameters here of what was happening. I knew that it was narrowing. The pattern here was narrowing, and I drew these lines in. And I knew it was bouncing off, and it wasn't making it past the upper trend line, and it was kind of, this was your support. And what I was looking at was at what this was going to do right here. So I knew back at this time here, which was 105 Eastern, and I'm over here on the West Coast, so on the Pacific side it's 3 hours difference, so it's what, 10 o'clock, and I'm out for a run, and I've set this up this morning, so I'm out for a run, come back, I'm seeing this, I see it right here, it tested it, but it didn't have enough juice to get across. It didn't, so it came down, and I knew it was going to test it again, and about this time I took off to go do a little quick job I had to do, and I was going to set a trade, and I had it all set up here. I was ready to go. I was going to do a put on Netflix here, and because I'm not going to be in front of the computer and I didn't have time to set up a stop or anything like that, I just didn't trade. One of my rules is I have to be present for a trade unless I'm going to hold something for some time, a day or so, or even longer. But if I'm just going to swing it and get in and out, then I've got to be in front of the computer, and that's one of my rules, and you have to stick to your rules. So what happened is it tested it, it broke a little past it, then it came down, it got rejected. Now this is the 5-minute chart, and then what it tells you is, okay, it's going to come down here and it's going to test the bottom, which it did, and it rejected it 1, 2, 3 times. Fourth candle down, it made it barely across. There's a little green candle on the following, which didn't actually break the low here. Let me see if I can expand this up for you guys. It doesn't break the low of this red candle, so it's an inside candle. That's what you call an inside candle. And if it's usually, here's a rule of thumb, if an inside candle is found on a trend, within a trend, either going up or down, the trend's more likely to continue in that same direction, either up or down. So right now we see this kind of going in a down direction. You had an inside candle. People were, iffy. Didn't have enough to go up and test the top. Didn't quite have enough to exceed the bottom and finish below it. So the next candle comes up, goes up, and then boom, goes down. So now we broke the trend. Now we're heading south. So if I would have played this, I would have gotten in here on this first candle that it rejected here, got rejected here, and I would have probably gotten out here on this bounce once it hit this line. Okay, this is the 5-minute. What I trade is I will get in on the 5-minute. I'm looking at the 1, the 3, and kind of seeing how everything is setting up to that point. And then I'll use the 5 to pull my trigger. So I would have pulled my trigger here and then got out here if I was trading on the 5. Now here's the key importance of time frames and trading on different time frames. Lower to get in, but you still got to look at the overall movement of what's happening. So go to the 15. Okay, this is a good lesson right here. Remember I told you I would have gotten out here when it tested this bottom line here, the support line. What does the 15 tell us? Keep going. Because even if this went up and it came up to this point here, it didn't beat it. So if you've got your emotions in control and you're got your head straight, you would not have gotten out here. You would have put a stopping and you would have stopped yourself out. But if you've got the guts to stick with it, you could have just wrote this down. Me, seeing this candle going up, 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 and testing this, I would have already gotten out. Again, it tested here, it rejected, so I knew something was going to happen. I knew it wasn't going to be going down until the completion of that 15-minute candle right here. So then what do we see? We see what ends up happening is it fell the rest of the day. So the point I want to get across here is really simple. What I want to teach you today is to be cognizant, be aware of the time frames. And if you have different time frames and they're all saying the same thing, you're probably on the right path of making a good trade. Again, we was on the 5. We saw what it did on the 15, the difference there, what we said. Okay, let's look at the 30. 30 would have been the same thing. Again, it comes down to your experience of handling your emotions, and that's the key to trading. That is the key. Again, doesn't matter what big program or software that you bought or technical package that these guys are out there selling. It doesn't matter. It's not going to work unless you can handle your emotions, and that's what I'm going to try to teach you in these upcoming videos, that it's all about emotions and handling your emotions and the keys in how to do that. I've got some tools that can help you, some things that you need to put in place in your own practice of trading that will help you handle your emotions and getting your head straight and wrapped around and looking at the big picture of trading. That's going to make you a successful trader. Coming in, I'm going to get rich, you throw that out the window, because if that's your attitude, you're not. 90-something% of traders fail. They lose a lot of money. They never get that money back. They've become toast. So the best thing you want to do is figure out a way to minimize your risk, minimize your losses. And it's not so much in the technical, it's mental. It's what's in your head, and you need to master your emotions, and if you don't, you're going to fail. You're going to fail, and I can tell you from experience that I could not handle my emotions. I had every technical indicator up. One video, I'm going to show you what I was trading on before. It's a complete nightmare. I took it down being real basic, real simple, and it has really helped my mental aspect out a lot. And not putting so much pressure on myself. That's probably another key. But we're going to get deeper into those as we address each issue. And again, we're going to be doing this with charts. It's not just going to be me here yapping my gums off at you. But it's going to be with some charts so we can see what's happening. And we'll discuss this on the next video on what you can do as far as back testing and how to do that properly. Because if you're not moving, if the chart's not moving, it's hard to test and back test because it's something that's already been done. You know what's going to happen. So it's very hard to back test on a chart that's not moving. And that's the best way to learn. So anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next upcoming videos. Again, we're going to master our minds, and that is the key to success in trading. So good luck out there. Stick with it. Don't give up. Be patient. This is a learning process. It takes time, and you will grow, and you will make money. Trust me. All right? Take it easy, guys.